Okay, so let me start the server. Let me log into the server. Okay, I'm able to log into the server. So yesterday class we were discussing about that Docker events. Events nothing but like generally people used to call some events, right? Nothing but like a birthday party, naming ceremony, like that. Those are the normal human life offering the things. Correct. Similar way in the Docker world also, there are some things will be happening. That means kind of you can treat them as a logs. For example, in the entire Docker server, what are the things are happening? You want to see them last couple of days data you want to see that, maybe recent 10 minutes data you want to see that. Okay, such a real use cases wise we are going to use events. If you only type the docker events command, this will going to run the if any events are going on, right, if any things are going on, right, those will going to list out. Then if suppose you want to see the logs of other events of last 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right, those also can be seen here. Okay, last few minutes data you want to see means we can use like this docker event since we can put the date, that particular date value will be reflecting. Since 10 minutes, last 10 minutes data is reflecting. Image, particular image value you want to see, then you can apply the filter. Filter is with image name or container name, like this also we can able to pass. If you pass it like this, then you can able to see the events. Docker, let me see the images, how many images we have. This many images, docker ps minus a. Okay, this many containers are there. Okay, what I'll do means I'll clean up the containers. Docker rm dollar docker ps minus aq hyphen force. This command will going to clean up all the things. So now I have removed the containers, right? This event should be tracked. This event should be tracked. We can verify that event. So where to verify that event? So here only we have the option to verify that. So nothing is there. Events hyphen since. Five m nothing but last 5 minutes. You can see last 5 m I given. Now we're getting some events. Container destroy, container destroy, container destroy. What are the containers? Alpine to Alpine 1, open my Ubuntu container. Like this, the things are removed. Okay. This is the command can be used in last 5 minutes, last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes, whatever the value you want to see, that means that we can able to view it from here. Particular image one you want to see means then hyphen filter can be used. Filter image is equal to Alpine. This also can be used, but right now there is no events are going on, not showing anything. If it's going on, it will show that. Like this, multiple options are there can be used. Then last concept in the Docker, that is Docker Swarm. What is Docker Swarm? Docker Swarm is very equivalent to Kubernetes. Remember, Docker Swarm is very equivalent to Kubernetes. So, but we are not discussing much about the Docker swarm. Yeah, in the upcoming class, we're going to start the Kubernetes, right? There we're going to discuss about the Kubernetes things. What is Docker swarm? Docker swarm is a group of either physical or virtual machines that are running the Docker application. Docker swarm is a group of physical or virtual machines. That means, remember guys, more than one Docker server is running. More than one Docker servers are running. Those are the Docker swarm we can consider running. That are the Docker application that have been configured to join together as a cluster. So a Docker swarm is a container orchestration tool. Docker container is a container orchestration tool, meaning that it allows the user to manage multiple containers deployed across multiple host machines. That means multiple servers. Docker swarm will consist of the below components like a swarm, nodes, services, task, like this, multiple things will be there. Okay, what is this meaning swarm here then? Swarm consists of multiple Docker hosts which run in the Docker swarm mode and act as a managers and workers. So what is nodes then? A node is an instance of the Docker engine participating in the swarm. Services is a definition of the task to execute on the manager or worker nodes. A task carries a Docker container and the commands to run inside the container. That means these are the four essential components will be there in the Docker swarm. Look at this diagram. This diagram will give some clear idea about that, like how the Docker swarm will work. So if you guys can see that here, there is a this diagram we call it as a raft consensus group. This diagram we call it as a raft consensus group. Then manager and these are the managers will be there. Then we have a workers will be there. After managers, we have a workers will be there in the down. So this managers nothing but Docker servers. This workers nothing but inside the Docker machine, the containers are running, right? Those containers. Okay, but we are not using Docker Swarm. We are using Kubernetes. But in upcoming class, I am going to teach the Kubernetes side. There you guys will get to know how the Kubernetes architecture looks like and what is the difference between this Docker Swarm and Kubernetes. Okay, that's about the Docker things, guys. Any questions or confusions with respect to Docker? Let me know. Let me clean up the things which are there in the Docker. Then in the same server, we'll install the Jenkins related ones.
In Docker, are we using Docker Swarm nowadays? I heard that nowadays they are not using this.
Nobody is using,
Very,
sir.
very less they are using what I heard is.
Earlier people used to use that, but nowadays nobody is using. The Docker Swarm is made with the Kubernetes. I mean, the Docker Swarm initially it was there, but later it was the concept they learned and they managed it with Kubernetes. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. I removed my all the containers. Now this completely free. Nothing is there in this now. This command I used to remove the containers, containers and images. Let me brief this command. What is the significance of this command? You guys aware about if at all you want to remove the image, we'll use Docker RMI. RMI nothing but remove image. RM nothing but remove. I means image. Then Docker images is a this is one command. Remember. Then another command I am running with a variable that is Docker images minus AQ. This will going to list out all the images. Hyphen force. What it will going to do? This equivalent command will going to remove all the images which are listed. So now if I do Docker images, there is no Docker PS. If I do Docker images, if I do, nothing should reflect. Nothing is there. Nothing is there. Everything has been cleaned up. Okay. Now, the next concept we want to discuss about is Jenkins. Hope the things are clear for you guys, right? With respect to Docker, any questions or confusions, guys? Okay, so next, a very important concept in the DevOps world will be Jenkins. So what is Jenkins? Jenkins is one of the popular DevOps tool in the world. So if you guys compare, nowadays there are many things, many automations are there. Okay, but if you think about the earlier days, I mean olden days, I mean to say, then the software development wise, if you think about that, the software changes, the people are working in the software things, right? So the things where they are working, this is completely different. They are completely different. Okay, that's for the olden software development, how it be there, how it will going to work, those will be defined here. So for example, a code changes made by individual team members are merged together. That means code changes made by individual team members, nothing but assume that you are the DevOps team. So your team having 5 members are there. 5 members are making the changes. 5 members are writing the code. 5 members are making the changes. Okay. Then how do you integrate? Integrate means how do you combine whatever the changes they made, whatever the code they written, whatever the script they written, how do we combine that? For combining, we require some software. That the software we call it as a the phase in the combination phase we call it as a integration phase. So the code changes made by the individual team members are merged together into a working software, so which was known as a integration phase. The integration phase was hard work, which option results in a code conflict. Nothing but when the people are merging the code, right? So such moment, what will happen means merging the conflict will occur. What is conflict? Conflict nothing but while dealing the things, right? Such a moment, the many problems can occur. That problems are occurring is called as a conflict. And also sometimes when you did the mistakes, right? It's hard to find the mistakes also, bugs, I mean to say, and even harder to fix them, which lead to a significant delivery delays also. That means while fixing the issues itself will be consuming more time. Then when you're going to do the business, when you're going to deliver the product, when you're going to deploy the project, it will be taking a lot more time. Correct. Same way, today business need new features to be incorporated into a application within a days or weeks itself, not even months also. This requires a change in how softwares are built. That means how the software development is working, right? That we need to be thinking about here. Then very important word, guys, any job description you can take in that very similar word will be there, that is CI/CD. Okay, what is CI/CD? CI/CD nothing but continuous integration, continuous delivery. Remember, guys, CI/CD nothing but continuous integration, continuous delivery. Tools and concepts around CI/CD help developers to deliver value faster and more transparently. You might have heard them as continuous integration and continuous delivery, CI/CD. The continuous integration, the run automatic code quality scans on it and generate a report of how well your code changes adhere to the good coding practices. Build the code and run any automated test that you might be have written to make sure your changes did not break any functionality, and generate and publish the test coverage report to get an idea of how thorough your tests are done. Like this, many things can be discussed in the integration phase. Integration phase, if you can think, after we wrote the code in the laptop, how that code will come to server, or how that code will come to or how we can combine the code. For example, developer A, developer B, both the guys completed the code writing in their laptop means now developer A first wrote the code, developer B second time wrote the code. Now how do you combine this both the code in one place? That's the place continuous integration will come into picture. That's where continuous integration will going to give the hint for us. Then continuous deployment. Continuous deployment is higher level degree of automation in which a build or deployment occurs automatically whenever a major change is made to the code. Means whenever you made the changes, right, code changes, right, that moment this will be coming to the picture. The aim of the continuous deployment is to minimize the friction points that are inherent in the deployment or release process. Then continuous integration, how the continuous integration work. This diagram will going to give you some clear picture about that, how the integration will work. So look at this, guys. Here the developers are there in this in the diagram. If you can see the first value, developers are there. Two developers are there. They're writing the code. Then once they completed the code, they'll upload the code to SV and Git is there repository. Repository is a storage space where our project data can be live. Okay, so there they're going to store, post that. Then there we have a continuous build system will be there. So the repository, once they confirm, the changes will come to the continuous build system. Continuous build system will going to give some test coverage report. That's a test report. Testing result is there, right? Test reports. There is a Selenium or some tools can be used to test the report. Once the report, once the reports are seems good, then we have a artifact repository will be there. That could be a Sonotype Nexus repository or anything can be taken there. Then we have a deployment will be there. After you create the artifact, right? Then we can take that artifact and we can deploy that artifact on the server. So like that, this continuous integration things will be working here. Then what are the benefits of CI? Like if I use continuous integration, what benefits I'll get? So the first benefit will be catch issues fast and nick them in the bug. We can check the issues very quickly and we can resolve the issues very faster. That's one thing. Then everyone can see what's happening. That means in the team members are there, right? This everybody can able to see that what you are working, what other people are working. Everybody can get to see that. Automate the build. Nothing but building the job is automated. So no human intervention. You don't need to be wait to be run it manually. It will be automated. Then keep the build faster. When it's automated, nobody is waiting to be something, right? The things will be happening smoothly. That is the keep the build fast. Then stop waiting to be find out if your code is going to be work, because first you're going to test it on the dev or QA, then I will be moving on the production, right? So definitely it will be working. CI leads to be continuous deployment, allowing you to deliver the software more rapidly, means quickly will be deploying. Then continuous integration does not get rid of the bugs, but it does not make but it doesn't make them dramatically easier to find and remove the issues. Okay, so like that. Then what is Jenkins then? Jenkins is a cross-platform continuous integration application. Remember, guys, Jenkins is a cross-platform continuous integration application. So Jenkins is used to build and test softwares continuously, build and test softwares continuously, making it easier for developers to build softwares rapidly. That means using Jenkins, we can able to integrate the applications and we can do build and test the software applications continuously without any time break. And also this would be very easy. Developers and the administrator peoples can deploy the softwares very quickly. That's the significance of this Jenkins. Jenkins is a continuous integration CI tool, CI server or tool, which is written in the Java. That means this Jenkins is written by the language called Java. So Java is there, then only Jenkins will work. So it provides continuous integration services for software development, which can be started via command line interface or web application server. And also, it is happy to know that Jenkins is free software to download and install. So remember, guys, Jenkins is free. We no need to pay any amount to anybody. Then what are the advantages of Jenkins then? Jenkins is an open source tool which much support from its community, and installation is also very easier. It has more than 1000 plus plugins are available to make the work easier. The plugins nothing but integrating the different applications, integrating the different softwares to Jenkins, integrating different tools with the Jenkins. That is the plugins. It is easy to create a new plugin which is the plugin which is not available. That means if the plugin is not available means we can download it, or we can able to create our own plugin also. So it's a tool which is written in the Java, and it is portable to almost all major platforms. And nothing but doesn't mean that Jenkins only supports Java project. Jenkins also can support Maven. Jenkins also support Python, Node.js, .NET, Ruby, then React.js. Like this, multiple things it will be supported. Clear, guys? Then what are the what kind of tools can be integrated with Jenkins? How it will be integrated? Look at this diagram. We will give some clear idea. Middle guy is a Jenkins. Then Jenkins is connected with build with Marvin, testing with the Selenium, configuration management with Selenium, configuration management with the Puppet, continuous deployment with Ansible, monitoring with the Nagios, version control system with the Git. Like this, if you can see, middle guy is Jenkins, but all other tools are interconnected with Jenkins. The installation part. To download and Jenkins to go, we have a link. We can use this link to download and install the things. Okay, let me show that how to install. The same Jenkins Docker server we have, right? In the same server only we're going to install the Jenkins also. Okay, let me show the steps, guys. Host name, I'm changing the name to Jenkins server. Okay,
Why we use the command bash here?
this is updating the host name. See, I run the host name command, correct? But did the name change?
No,
No, after run the bash,
it changed.
changed. That bash command will insisting to change the host name. Then this command is you guys understood, right? Echo and this message I am updating in the etc host name folder. So I'm using single append, nothing but already some data is there. The data will be overwritten. That means the data will be cleared up and it will be replaced with the new data. Okay. Next, I mention the commands for you guys. I change the host name. Now remember, guys, Docker can be installed. Sorry, Jenkins can be installed in two modes. One is via using msl commands. Another via using RPM jar file method, var file method. Okay, I am following var file method because that will be easier method, and along with that will support the backing system also, like backup system. So then how to download means just we need to go to this link, guys. Then if you guys come little bit down, you can see generic Java package where is there. Okay, download Jenkins for LTS. Under this one, Jenkins will support two types of things. One is STS, LTS. Remember, guys, Jenkins will support LTS and STS. That is stable version. Another one is weekly release. That is STS. Weekly release STS. Nothing but short-term support. Short-term support means every weekly they're releasing the package, but long-term support means every 3 months once and 4 months once only they're updating the new version. Okay. Here we need to right click on this one, copy link address, then wget, you can paste the link. This is the one. Then when I do ll, we can see that Jenkins var file is there. What I'm gonna do means I already created many things here, right? I'm removing this abc.txt, docker compose. Okay, I removed this all the files. Those are not required for me because it's simply consuming the disk. That's the reason. You guys also can do ll and we can able to paste this data. Now if I do ll except docker compose.sh and jenkins.var file, nothing else, nothing will be there. Okay, let it be that. Now next thing, Java should be installed. Yum install -y Java. This is a very important one. Without Java, Jenkins won't work. That's the reason I'm installing Java. Now, how to verify Java is installed or not? Any clue, guys? How to verify the Java?
Java hyphen hyphen version, Java space.
Java space hyphen version. So, yeah, able to see this is the latest version of Java. 23 is the latest version of Java. That's the recently released one. Okay. And also you guys knows, right? Like how to find out our operating system. Cat etc space os hyphen release. This will going to give clear idea about what is our operating system. Ours is Amazon Linux 2023. Okay, so then Java installation also done, guys. Then next I'll gonna show that. So this is the var file now. We can see Jenkins.var file is there. So now we need to run this in the background. That means every time this should be running. When you try to log in, every time this should be running. Okay, we need to make that should be running straight. So right now if I do ps minus au double x pipe grep pipe grep Jenkins, if I do that, it's not running. So color data means it's not running. Okay, so now we need to make this to running. Now this we need to make this to running. Let me show that how we can make this to running. We have to open the file card vi bash rc. Under this last line we need to add this like this. That means first we need to open vi dot bashrc dot bash rc. Then we can put this particular value at the end of the file. Okay, now we need to check the syntax. sourc source dot bash rc. Now if I run the ps minus command, it should show Jenkins should be running. Not running. Not running. Okay, why it's not running? Let me check that. Jenkins.log file will be there here. Mm. Supported. Running with the Java 23 from USL Leap, which is not fully supported, and with enable Java flag to enable the previous support for the future Java versions. Mhm. Okay, now it's running. So that means we need to add that command like this. I'll removing the old command, this one. You guys also put this value like this, then it will work. Okay, try that, then post that. We need to run this bash rc command. If you want to see the logs, cat Jenkins log file will be there. You verify it in the logs. Then you can do this command. This will going to give the clear idea that whether Jenkins is running or not. Look at this command will going to give the hint. This command is reflecting, right? This is the Jenkins is running or not. This will going to show us. Clear, guys? Have any questions? Any questions on the setup things? Jenkins is running, but I'm gonna show that how to access this.
Sir, in logs, it was showing it as it supports only 17 and 21, but you installed very latest one, no? Java 23.
Correct. But Java 17 and 21 also supports, and 23 we installed. Correct.
Yeah.
There we use the one word enable Java something we use the word, right? What is that version?
Mm.
Enable future Java. That means please consider the latest version of Java also.
Okay.
Okay. So now already things are running. Then you guys aware about if config. This command will going to show the private IP. Where is the private IP? This is the one you're reflecting, right? 10007. This is the private IP 10007 highlighted one. Okay, with this command. If at all you want to see public IP, if config before that curl curl space if config.me. This command will going to give us public IP. Look at, I'm getting the public IP, correct? This public IP keep on changing every day, it will gonna change. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now means using public IP I'm trying to log in the Jenkins. Let me open the incognito window. I mean normal window also it will open, but I'm trying incognito window 8080. So remember guys, always Jenkins will use the port number called 8080. That means if the browser IP:8080. Okay, if I enter this, it will ask continue to site. You can click on. If it's asking for a warning, then you will get the screen like this. That means you are in the right place. The Jenkins is working fine. Now we need to set up the Jenkins. So how to set up the Jenkins? So unlock Jenkins. To ensure Jenkins is securely set by the administrator, a password has been written to the log file. Not sure where to find it means under this file on the server. That means the file which is reflecting here, right? This file having the password. So how to access this one? We can do more, then we can put this command. This command will going to give us the password. Now then how to update the password here? Here's the password is getting up, right? This is a password. Copy this password and update it here. Administrator password is there, right? Put up the password here and click on continue. Then you will get like this customize Jenkins. So we're discussing, right? Plugins extend the Jenkins with additional features to support many different needs. So Jenkins will support the plugins. So we need to install the plugins. So there are two ways we can install. One is install suggested plugins. Another one is select plugins to install. Your choice, yourself and your choice also can be installed. But I'll go with the suggested one only. Even if you missed out anything, right? But anytime you can able to install the plugins. Even after you created the you are able to log into the Jenkins, right? Thereafter also we can able to do that. Okay, I'm click on install suggested plugins. So the plugins are installing. It will take some while. In case in the meantime, if you guys have any questions or confusions, guys, please let me know. So this is the first admin user I'm creating. First create a first admin user is there. I'm creating the user here. Admin. I'll give the username as admin because you need to remember the username. Now any name can be given, even your personal name, first name, last name can be also given. But I am giving admin. Then password. Then full name. I'll give administrator full name. Then we can put some email address. Then we can click on save and continue. Then all good. Then click on save and finish. Then click on start using Jenkins. Okay, so I'm able to log into the Jenkins. This is Jenkins. Okay. Any questions, guys, about the Jenkins? The installation part is completed. I shown you guys how to install the Jenkins. but I need to do the troubleshooting because this here it's offline is getting, it should be in online. Okay, I need to check that what is the problem. Let me go to manage Jenkins. Nodes. Nodes, configure monitors. $200M. 200M I'll give. That means right now it took 2 GB, 1 GB like that. That much size we don't have. That's the reason I'm reducing to just 200 MB. Then apply and save. Click it. Now it's not offline. It's in sync. And this is the MB space free. Now if I go back here, dashboard. Look at, now it's okay, seems to be. Okay, that's the way we can able to log into the Jenkins. Okay, any questions, guys?
So you reduce the resources capacity, correct?
The temporary capacity only I reduced it, sir. Temp space was reflecting, sir, there. 2 GB, 2 GB like that is there, right? That much we don't have. We took around 10 GB, 12 GB size only, right? So we cannot completely, we cannot give it for that. Temporary around 500 below is fine. That's the reason I reduced it to 200M.
Okay, okay.
Because of the disk size wise only it was showing as offline. But after I cleared up as the 200 MB I put up, right? I updated the value, right? Then post that error warning will be getting up, right? That was cleared up.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Sir, plugins mean like what?
So plugins, there are many plugins are required, Amod. For example, I want to write a code and I want to interact with my code. Definitely Git is required. Then I want to test the code. Then Selenium is required. I want to build the package. Maven is required. Like that, plugins in the Jenkins are the way of connecting to the different applications. Like maybe you can treat like this. In your home, you have a junction box will be there. From the junction box, you want to charge your mobile, you want to charge your laptop, you want to charge like you want to do mixie, grinder, Wi-Fi, many things you want to do. But junction base is the box. We have a multiple ports to connect this all the things. Correct. Same way, Jenkins is the server where it can able to interact with other things via using plugins. So that means if you can think junction box to this all the electronic devices you are using cables, right? Wires. Same way in the Jenkins we are using plugins. Plugins you can treat them like a wires. Understood, Amod?
Sir. Okay, sir. Understood.
But in companies, sir, the Jenkins server should be separate, no, sir?
There's a separate server will be there. So one single server will be there. Then we have a separate machines will be there. Using Jenkins server will be doing a deployment on the remote servers. Extra servers will be there at those servers.
You mean to say like dev environment, testing environment, or production environment?
Production environment like that.
So you mean to say Jenkins will be a dedicated server?
Jenkins is a single standalone server, sir. The people don't touch that other servers. This is standalone, and only limited people only have the access for this. Most probably DevOps engineers only have the access for this Jenkins server.
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it.
Maybe in one word I want to say means, sir, in the DevOps world, Jenkins is the heart, sir. How in the human body heart is there, right? Same way, in the DevOps, Jenkins is the heart.
Correct. Exactly, sir. What you mentioned exactly correct. You are right.
Because if the heart failure, the man is gone. if the Jenkins server failed, the DevOps is gone. The entire company is gone, not only DevOps.
True, sir. Very much true. You are right.
For that automation we do right. That automation the word we are using as a CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous delivery. That how we can implicit that. That's what we are going to learn as a practical aspect in the DevOps.
So all these applications like Maven and SonarQube, everything is going to install in Jenkins itself, Jenkins service.
Whatever the things are there, right? I mean to say, like with related to DevOps tools, everything can be integrated with Jenkins. Generally, in the world, man knows everything, right? Same way, Jenkins knows everything here.
What are the alternatives to Jenkins, sir? Something you told CIs.
Jenkins is one such tool, correct? There could be alternatives will be there in the market, correct? There are the alternatives like Bamboo, Hudson, Circle CI, Travis. There are plenty of tools are there, but compared to this all, Jenkins is most popular tool. Then second popular tool is Bamboo. Bamboo.
So we are learning Bamboo also, no, sir?
Bamboo also I'm going to teach. Bamboo we are using in my office. I'm going to teach that how it works.
Okay.
But in depth will be Jenkins only.
Okay.
Cool. That's it. Then 7:30 will connect for AWS class then. Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.